Hey guys, I'm in Arizona. Welcome to Arizona. I'm gonna sit on my knees so I don't look so small. For those of you who have been watching my videos for a while, you'll recognize this kitchen. Kind of miss this kitchen. I missed this area to film in. I used to live in this house, so this is like my mom's guest house. I used to live out here and I used to film out here. I used to make cooking videos in this exact kitchen. This is where they started, and now I don't live here anymore. The end of the story. Also, I wanted to address my Velcro shoes. I showed you guys these shoes. I probably could get closer, but like, I'm not that flexible. I showed you guys these shoes like last video or two videos ago, and I've gotten made fun of for these shoes, and I love these shoes, guys. Look at these things. Can you see them? They're just Velcro-y, and they remind me of bowling shoes, and I like them. I wanted to address a couple of things. I'm probably gonna be really fidgety because I haven't done anything in 3 days, and so I have a lot of energy right now, more than normal, and I just slept for 13 hours. So I got a lot of energy. But I wanted to address a couple things that I said, not in my last video, like not my scary story, but like my last actual video. This video sucks, that video. This video is not going to just be that. I want to tell you guys a story actually. So this will be like a normal Courtney video for fucking once. But I wanted to address a couple things because what I said in that video, I kind of just started venting to the camera. I didn't plan anything that I said in that video. I literally turned the camera on. I wanted to tell a story or do something that like would make me feel better, make me feel more motivated, but I couldn't do it. So then I just started fucking venting. Like that video came out of nowhere. Like that was never anything that I wanted to tell you guys because like I said in the video, I don't like talking about YouTube as if it's something that I don't enjoy. And so I wanted to say, I don't plan on not uploading. I feel like that's the message people got from the video, is that I wanted to take a break or I don't want to continue uploading. That's not it. I'm not gonna stop uploading. I might upload less, maybe. I'm still deciding on that, but right now, no, I'm not gonna stop uploading. YouTube makes me so happy, like so ridiculously happy. And you guys, like, I can't even explain how happy you guys make me, and if I could, it would take me an entire year to explain how happy every single one of you makes me. The support and the love that you guys give me is like unreal, and you guys make me feel so amazing about myself. I'm not gonna stop uploading. There are days where I don't feel like recording, and there are days where I don't feel like doing anything, and that's just life, that's just what happens. Traffic. Didn't miss you. 400 fucking buses that decide to drive by right now. I'm not gonna stop uploading. That's the moral of the story. Because then there are days like today where I just want to sit in front of a camera and I just want to talk to you guys, and I just want to like tweet a million things a day and like post on everything. Oh, and I also want to talk to you guys more about the Creator Studio thing, because I don't know if a lot of you guys got to that part of the video because that was like the end of the video and it was like a really depressing video. If you guys have my post notifications on, you guys will be able to see when I post updates on my YouTube channel, and not just like videos and stuff like that. I can post polls. I can basically post like tweets on YouTube, and like that's the coolest thing in the world to me. I love Twitter and I use Twitter so fucking much, but I know a lot of you guys don't have other social medias like other than YouTube. So if you guys want to be able to like participate in videos, or if you guys want to like vote in polls and shit like that, like make sure you have my post notifications on. I never push that kind of stuff, but like this is so cool to me. It's like the best way for me to interact with you guys without forcing you guys to get on Instagram or getting on Twitter, because like if you don't want them, don't fucking get them. But if you want to be a part of my videos, which I know a lot of you do, because my videos are great. That was like the most conceited thing I've ever said, and I didn't even mean for it to come out that way. I mean it. Like a lot of you guys will comment on my videos like, I don't have Twitter, but I would love to be a part of this, whatever. Then post notifications. Yeet. Okay, let's move on to the actual video now, shall we? I almost fell out of my chair. Do you guys like my shirt? I've worn it before, but only for like a split second, but like, it's my dad. I wanted to tell you guys a story about like my anger management issues, but I feel like in order to do that, I have to explain my anger management issues to you guys. And so a while ago, like a really long time ago, I wrote a list of different stories that I have, and yes, these are all different stories. And I wrote like a whole section of anger management stories. So I'm just gonna read a couple of them to you. They're very short, but then I have like one story that I can't wait to share. So basically, to start off this video, I have anger management problems. They're not that bad. They're not terrible, but like I have them. They're not as bad anymore, not nearly as bad. But I mean, I still like, it takes a lot to piss me off, but once you piss me off, I'm pissed off. But like these stories, you didn't have to do anything. You could like look at me the wrong way and I would punch you in the face. I'm just kidding, I've never punched anybody before. So I want to tell you guys like a couple mini stories basically, and then I have like one long story that I want to tell you. This video is gonna be probably very long. It's already been 10 minutes of me recording. I'm like looking at the list, I'm just laughing because they're so stupid. Like these are just so dumb. I had no reason to get angry during any of these. I have lipstick on my teeth. I feel like to start this off, I should tell you that me and my siblings, when we were younger, we did not get along at all. Like I loved my older sister, but it was kind of that thing where, you know, she's my older sister and I'm the annoying little sister, so she hates me, but I like love her to death. So I'm like, please be my friend, and she just thinks I'm even more annoying because I try to, you know, get her love. She doesn't love me back. I've made a story or made a video about all the times she's fucking cracked my head open because it's happened more than once, and so I'll have that one linked down below. But basically, I had the same relationship with my little sister. Me and my little sister are best friends now. I'm best friends with all of my siblings. We're all like 2 to 3 years apart, but we're all like so fucking close. Well, like from each other. Wait, like me and my older sister are like 3 years apart. Then me and my little sister are like 2 years apart, 3 years apart. And then my sister and my little brother are like 2 years apart. Yeah. I don't know why I needed to do the, never mind. And so like for some reason, my older sister and my little sister would always team up on me. I think because like they looked alike and me and my little brother looked alike. So they would think like, we're the twins, so we're gonna fuck with Courtney, even though they're like complete opposite ages, but they just thought like, this is hilarious. So they would team up on me and they would like just piss me off so much to the point where I would grab knives. I would grab knives and I would be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I would chase my siblings with knives. And I'm trying to say that like as calmly as possible, but like, I don't know why I mean, I don't think I ever intended on like, you know, doing anything with the knife. I just thought like, maybe they'll stop if I threaten them. I don't know. There was also one time we were like staying on a boat, like we were on a lake somewhere, I think in like Utah or some shit. I think we were on like Lake Powell. I probably sound dumb. I don't know where that is. It's like in Arizona, but also connected to like, do we even touch Utah? I don't know states. I don't know states. But my sister was pissing me off and I can't remember exactly why, but I literally took a paper plate and I swiped her in the fucking face with it. Like this thing like got her eye. Oh my God. And then I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I hid in my room, like on the boat, and just like laid there crying because I was like, I'm gonna get in so much trouble for this. But like my poor sister's over there just like bleeding from the eye, as if like I'm the one in pain crying downstairs. She's just like actually suffering. Sorry, Casey. Okay, but now I have 2 stories for you guys, like 2 actual stories. Okay, need to get myself nice and cozy for these. Okay, so this was like semi-recently. This was probably like 2 years ago. And that's like a stretch. Like it probably wasn't even close to 2 years ago, but I want to make myself seem more sane now. So like I'm gonna say 2 years ago. That was with Brittany and then one of my other friends, her name is McKenna. I think we had gone to like Victoria's Secret or something, and I worked there at the time, and I was buying something and my card got declined, like my debit card got declined. And that was happening a lot. And like I was in denial that I was actually out of money, and I thought maybe it was the card that was messed up, but like I was actually out of money because I would spend so much fucking money at Victoria's Secret, because when I worked there I got a discount, and so whenever I like had the opportunity to buy something, I bought a lot of things. I have way too much shit from Victoria's Secret now. Anybody wants anything, it's all yours. So my card got declined, and I think it had gotten declined maybe like a week prior. So I was just getting really frustrated because I kept running out of money, but I didn't want to admit that I was running out of money. So I was like, it's the bank's fault. So we go to the bank and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to the ATM and I'm gonna see how much money I have on my card, because there's no way that my card's getting declined. So I was already incredibly pissed off just because my card got declined. I'm like speeding to the bank. I'm so angry. I'm like not speaking to my friends, my 2 friends in the car. I'm like, fuck you guys, fuck this, fuck everything, fuck money. So I'm getting out of the car to go use the ATM, and I turned the car off because I'm getting out of the car. And Brittany was like, aren't you gonna leave the car on for us? And so that like made me a little bit more angry, because I was like, why are you speaking to me right now? You don't speak to me when I'm angry. So I went to turn the car back on, but I was like doing it too quick. Like there was no way that the car was gonna start the way that I was trying to turn the car on. Like I just kept jamming the key in, trying to start the car, and so it wouldn't start. So then I just got even more pissed off. So I chucked my keys at Brittany. Like, okay, I didn't mean to throw them at her. I meant to throw them like just in any direction that wasn't in my hand. And so I threw them and they totally just fucking smacked Brittany, like my car keys. I chucked my car keys at Brittany, and she was like, well, okay. So then I get out of the car. I don't even like say anything. I just pretend like that's a normal gesture, and I get out of the car and I'm like, you turn the fucking car on. So I get out of the car, I use the ATM, I realize I don't have any money. I get back in the car, I kind of feel stupid. She started the car for me, just I'm assuming, so we wouldn't have to go through that whole ordeal again. And then I was like, well, do you guys want to go home? Because I don't want to hang out with you. I'm not in the mood to be anybody's friend right now, so you guys can go home, or you can watch me pout if you would like. Watch me shed a couple tears probably, because when I get angry I cry. Then I took them home, and then I texted them a couple hours later and I was like, sorry for being a psychopath. See, sometimes I can summarize a story. I mean, not that that was a very long story to begin with, but sometimes I can summarize. Oh my gosh, okay, I actually want to tell you guys another story before my last long story. This was when I was like 16, I believe, because it was when I first got my license. So this was with my friend Hannah, and we were just like at the grocery store, like Walmart or something, because we wanted to grab a couple things. And so I was parked kind of towards the front of Walmart, and I think I parked in a space where there were like no cars next to me, because I didn't like parking next to other cars. But since I was more up front, like people just kind of, you know, filled in the gaps. And parking next to other people was like the scariest thing to me. I hated being near any other cars. Like it was terrifying, because I was like, I'm gonna hit everybody in existence just because it's me. So we come out of Walmart and I see that I'm parked next to 2 different people, and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't back out. We're gonna have to wait for these people to be done shopping, pull their asses out, and then I can pull out. But like, I was like, that's not inappropriate. But I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna pull my car out. Like, there's 2 people next to me. How is this gonna work? And so my friend is like, you're fine. Just get in the car and we can try. She's like, if you need me to, like, I'll like, you know, do some of this shit and I'll help you. I'll help you get your car out of the parking spot. So I get in the car and I just start having this meltdown. Like, I was screaming. I was throwing a temper tantrum. I was like, do you want to do it? Do you want to try to pull my car out? Do you want to drive? And she was like, I don't have my license. And I was like, then shut the fuck up and we're doing this my way. So I literally waited until this lady got outside. And so she gets to her car. And I think she like noticed that I was trying to back out. And she was like, no, sweetie, like, you're okay, back out. And I was like, no, sweetie, you don't understand. So, okay, long story short, I ended up pulling out my car before this lady did. I'm like crying. I'm having a meltdown because I didn't want to pull out next to a lady. But I screamed a lot that day. I yelled, I screamed, I cried. I don't know why the smallest things were like the end of the world to me as a teenager, but they still are. And then last story. So this story actually occurred in my house, like not in this guest house, but like in this actual house. I could actually probably show you because there's probably still like a weird paint. Oh no, they repainted it, darn it. Okay, but when I was like, I was probably 17 when this happened. Poor 17-year-old me. Basically, I was really angry one day. I think I was just like going through a lot. I was just a really depressed, bitter person at this point in my life. And so something happened and I got so angry that I started punching things. Oh, wait. Let me backtrack. I'm about to tell you like 2 things that like have nothing to do with each other, but they like lead into one another, if that makes any sense. So like the first one has to deal with the wall, the hole in my wall. I punched a hole in my wall. I just liked punching things, and I think I just wanted to be able to say that I punched a hole in a wall. Like that was like a cool thing for me to tell people, like meeting a boy, I'm like, I punched a hole in my wall, and they're like, wow. But basically, I had this chair in my room that kind of swiveled, and I used to do like tricks onto it. Like I used to like just jump on it. Like I was a weirdo, and I would just like flip onto it because it was fun, entertaining, I guess, when I'm by myself in my room. But every time I would jump on the chair, it would kind of hit the wall a little bit, and so it kind of started to make this dent in the wall. And so my brilliant idea was like, if I punched right there, I could blame it on the chair. I overthink everything. I thought about every detail. I always do. And so like this was like just perfect. Like everything played out so perfectly for me. So I got really angry one time and I punched a hole in my wall just like for shits and giggles. I literally just, like I said, wanted to be able to say that I did it. So I punched a hole in my wall and then I blamed it on the chair. I was like, oh, I jumped on the chair too hard. My mom's like, why are you jumping on your chair? But then my mom fixed a hole and the hole's fixed, whatever, okay. But anyways, now continuing on to the actual story, I just wanted to tell you guys about the time I punched a hole in my wall because I still think I look kind of cool for doing it. Makes me look a little bit badass. No, it doesn't. So back to what I was saying. So I was just like a really angry person at this point in my life. And so I had gotten some news and it made me upset. So I started punching my bed frame because I was like, well, you already punched a hole in a wall. You don't need to do that again. You've already crossed that off your bucket list. So let's punch something else. So I literally started punching my bed frame, and my bed frame was metal. And so it was like, it kind of looked like a sleigh a little bit, and it was kind of like this, you know, and then it had like tiny little bars. And so I just started like punching this thing, which like, it's not like a solid frame. It was literally like metal bars. So I just started punching the shit out of it. And I caught one of the metal bars like right in between my knuckle right here. Sorry, my self-tan's really bad, so ignore it, but you're gonna have to look at my hands for part of the video. So I punched and I got it right here, right in between these 2 suckers, right in the metal pole. Ow. So I can't even believe that I'm telling this story. I've never told anybody this. I lied about how I got this injury because I'm pretty embarrassed about just like how I was as a person. So I punched it and it hurt really bad, mainly because I broke my fucking hand. But I kept punching because I thought like, well, this is doing something. So eventually I stopped punching it, and then I had to go to work, and I used to work at a sandwich shop. So I'm going to work and I thought, you know what? I'm not done yet. I need to get a little bit more of my anger out before I get to work. So I started punching my steering wheel a lot. And then I got to work and I was washing dishes, and at first nothing, okay, I almost fell off the fucking chair. At first I didn't really notice anything. It kind of stung a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. And I was washing dishes and I wasn't really looking at my hand. I was just like washing them and putting them in this other sink. And when I went to put a dish in the other sink, my boss like grabbed my hand and he was like, what happened? He's like, are you okay? And my hand was literally just like completely swollen and red. Like I have a picture, I'm gonna put it right here. This was like from the same day. I think this was that night. And I was like, holy fuck. I was like, I didn't notice how bad it was before because I wasn't really paying attention to it. Like it stung a little bit, like I said. And you know how like if you break your leg or if you've ever broken a bone, it like hurts, but it hurts more when you look at it and you see how bad it is. Like for some reason, looking at an injury just like makes it hurt 10 times more. That's how it was for me. And I started freaking out and I was like, oh my God, my hand was broken. And so my boss was like, okay, stop doing dishes. You need to wrap up your hand. Like what the fuck happened? And I was like, oh, I just slammed it in a door because I thought nothing else makes sense. sense, but that kind of does. I was like gonna tell my boss, oh, I punched the shit out of my bed frame and then I moved on to my steering wheel on the way here. So I told him I slammed my hand in a door, and then I was like trying to think in my head for when I went home, because I knew my parents would question why my hand like doubled in size. So I was like trying to think, I'm like, well, I can't really tell them I slammed my hand in my bedroom door because that wouldn't really make sense, because I'd have to like hold my bedroom door while it was shutting and then slam it in it. So I was like, okay, I'll say I slammed my hand in the garage door because the garage door closes by itself and it's a pretty heavy door. So I'll just say that I was like grabbing something and my hand was there and I moved and the door closed and just smashed my hand. I was like, that makes sense, because again, I overthink everything. So I tell my boss, I was like, yeah, I slammed my hand in the door today. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't really notice until now. So I went home and I was like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. I mean, at least I didn't punch things for no reason. Now I have a hand to show off, because again, I thought like, this looks cool. So I go home, and instead of telling my parents and going to, you know, the hospital or, you know, the doctor just to get my hand looked at because there's definitely something wrong, I take pictures with my hand. This was like how I was in high school. I thought, I'm gonna show off everything no matter how stupid it is. Like, I thought this made me look cool for some reason. Like, people would be like, damn girl, you slammed your hand in the door. Badass. Because that's what I was telling people. I wasn't telling people that I punched things because I'd already developed a lie and I had to continue the lie. I couldn't tell people, I couldn't back out. And so I was like, I don't know what I thought, I don't know. And then that weekend we were going to some resort to swim or something like that, and I literally wrapped my hand. Like, I don't know what I thought water was gonna do to my injury, but I wrapped my hand because I thought like, I can't get it wet, and I just wanted to be dramatic. I wanted to be as dramatic as possible. So I literally put my hand in a fucking like Target bag. I don't know what was wrong with me, you know? Still don't know what's wrong with me. I think the most recent story though is the one of Brittany and the keys. I'm pretty sure that's the most recent. I still have like really bad road rage and I'll scream at cars like a lot. Or if I get lost, I don't like driving in places that I don't know because I just get really angry. But other than that, I mean, I've been a pretty good girl lately. Sounds weird. I haven't been so angry, haven't been so violent. I've never gotten into a fight though, surprisingly. I hate people a lot sometimes and I want to fight, but I'm a pussy and I'm a small girl and I would lose. But at least I know that, and at least I accept the fact that I would lose. And so I just don't do it, you know? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna stop uploading, so you guys are stuck with me for a very long time. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. Obviously, I'm gonna do a lot more of the paranormal stuff, but if there are any other ideas that you guys have, just like throw them out there. Let me know. I have a lot more of these pointless stories, so those aren't going anywhere. But sometimes it's nice to just like get up and do something that doesn't just require me to sit in front of a camera. This is fun and this is great, and what we have going here is awesome. But sometimes I just need to like get up and move a little bit. Sometimes I just need to like do random shit, make me feel better. You know what I mean? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, this fucking chair is just... What other way to end a video about me punching things than to punch things? You know what I mean? See ya.